Today we are taking a look at the Fleshlight Turbo Thrust. The Turbo Thrust was Fleshlight's first entry into the oral sex stimulators. This is a patented 3 entry point masturbator, which we'll go into. It is designed specifically to feel just like oral sex. It's a satisfying alternative to oral sex. It is made with a non-sexual orifice, so it's a very discreet orifice. The Turbo Thrust texture is very, very aggressive, and once again designed to specifically feel like oral sex. So let's go ahead and open this. Let me get a knife out. All Fleshlights do come with the safety seals on the sides of them, so if these are slit open, do not use your toy. The Enhanced Male would never sell a used item or take returns on these, and so you have nothing to worry about in regards to getting something back that was already opened. So let's go ahead and open this up. Alright, they do make these quite difficult to open. Let's go ahead and just tear it open. Okay, so once you get the packaging open, you are going to have, let's open this right here. This is what comes in. Inside of every Fleshlight, you're going to have a VIP card, which you can see here. This gives you free content, virtual content within the Fleshlight network. Keep that, it has a QR code. Then you also have just a pamphlet on different Fleshlights that they sell, and then a sachet of Flesh Lube, which is their water-based lubricant. This is a one-time use sachet, so they want to get you using it. It's a very good lubricant. We do sell this as well. Highly recommend this. This lubricant works very, very well with Fleshlights. If you don't use the Flesh Lube, you are going to want to use some sort of water-based lubricant. You never want to use oil or silicone-based lubricant with the material. Their patented Siliskin, I believe it's called, is a type of material, type of thermoplastic elastomer that can be degraded and worn out when used with oil or silicone. So the first thing we're going to notice here is a crystal clear case. So this is not exactly discreet, so don't buy this one if you're looking for a discreet masturbator. It does have your standard flashlight looking case, but it is crystal clear. It does also say Fleshlight Turbo right here on the side. It shows you a really cool, sleek, crystal clear, bluish hued sleeve. That is the Turbo Thrust sleeve. As with all Fleshlights, it has its cap here, and then it also has its suction cap here. So on the back side, this you can take completely off for cleanliness, but you can see there's little slits along the base here, and when those are partially covered or fully covered or not covered at all, provides different levels of air suction, air pathway, so it creates suction. So if you were to slightly open it, like halfway, and penetrate this, you're going to have a slight bit of suction, whereas if you completely close it, you're going to have all the suction because there's no airflow coming through when you penetrate. Or if you go all the way open, like so, you'll have very little friction and resistance because there's air passing through as well. So it really depends on how tight you want it, how much suction you want. This is a personal preference. When you are cleaning it though, take the cap off, take this cap off as well. You'll want to remove the sleeve, which I'll show you in a little bit, and you can clean it all up. Alright, let's put this cap back on and then kind of show you what we got going on here. Alright, so here's the Turbo Thrust orifice or entry point. You could see here, I'm going to just stick my finger through the side. As you can see here, this is the first of 3 entry points. So this is the first pass through, which your penis will pass through. This is what they call the outer ring. Then from there, there is the inner ring. And this inner ring leads you right into the inner core. So upon penetration, this is supposed to feel just like oral sex. This is the patented material that Fleshlight uses, although this one is a little bit tackier and stickier than the skin looking one. So you're definitely going to want to use some Fleshlight renewing powder or talc, cornstarch, in order to remove that stickiness. You can see here it is sticky to the touch, straight from the packaging. You saw me open that up. So if we go ahead and take the sleeve completely out, You can then go ahead and clean it. You can clean your case out as shown you before, and then you can kind of see what the sleeve looks like itself. So it is very, very stretchy. You can put rubber bands around this while putting it back in, and that will help create even tighter texture. It's similar to squeezing it with your hand. If you look within the channel itself, it does have this aggressive inner texture. I can go ahead and flip this open and see if we can get the texture to show through. This is a more delicate sleeve, so I don't want to completely tear it. Let's see here. Yeah, this one's not going to flip inside out as easily as the other sleeves. Let's try this. So you can kind of see the texture here. Again, this one does not flip inside out that well. I'm trying to get it inside out to show you what the texture feels like itself, but this one is proving to be more difficult than the other one, so I'm just going to go ahead and push back in. You can see the texture within the sleeve, and you can see here it's dirty just from fingerprints. So this is what happens with these clear sleeves. Fingerprints kind of ruin it, but water and cleaner or water and soap, clean it up, get it crystal clear again. Use the Fleshlight renewing power to keep it looking new and staying refreshed. Sticking it back in here, you can go like so, and it's ready for use again. You want to give it a couple of jiggles. I like to open it back. There it goes. So you let that suction come through, and now this is ready for use once again. This is a very unique Fleshlight. The Turbo series are all this blue color, and they all offer this oral sex sensation. If you've used one of the Fleshlights, this does not feel anything like your standard Fleshlights. This one definitely has more of a oral sensation. It definitely has more, it's different in enjoyment. If you used one, you have not used them all, I would highly recommend adding different Fleshlights to your collection. They all kind of, with their unique texture and channel and unique openings, creates different sensations and different feelings. Something that you could definitely, you want to try out all of their models. Anyway, once again, this is the Turbo Thrust. This is their oral sex Masturbator. Highly recommended for anyone looking to add another Fleshlight to their collection, or even as your first Fleshlight. Really great toy, feels great, looks cool, just not very discreet, although it doesn't look like vagina or butthole or anything, so I guess one could call it discreet, but if you know what you're looking at, you know what you're looking at. Anyway, Fleshlight Turbo Thrust. Thank you so much.